All right, welcome back. So today we are going to make a gender reveal cake. We're going to make a vanilla cake with a buttercream frosting. As you have noticed, we do have another one on the way. So in light of the gender reveal that we will be doing this weekend, we're going to be making a gender reveal cake. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dye the inside a blue or pink color and then case the outside with that buttercream frosting. That way, when you cut into it, you can see the color of the gender on the inside of the cake. So, fun little joke for you. What do you call a group of baby soldiers? An infantry. Haha, boom, 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 psh. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. To start, we're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're gonna mix this up until it's thoroughly combined. And then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 4 large eggs, and then 16 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna make sure that this butter is at room temperature and cut into small pieces. That way it blends up nicely. And then once we get all this mixed up, we're going to add our last ingredient, which is going to be 1/2 cup of milk at room temperature. And then we're just going to make sure this is all thoroughly combined. Next, we're going to add our food coloring. Here we're adding blue because we're having a boy. If you're having a girl, just simply add red food coloring. Just add a little bit at a time to just get the desired color that you want. That way it's not too dark immediately. Next, we're going to take 2 9-inch pans and just spray them with cooking spray. And then just kind of spread it around just to make sure it's coated all the way around and evenly, or as evenly as you can get. And then we're just going to put some flour in each one of these pans and then just kind of spread it around. This will help prevent it from sticking to the sides and the bottom. And just make sure there's not a whole lot of excess flour. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to measure this out on a scale just to make sure both the top and the bottom are even. Once you have both cake pans filled out nice and even, what we're going to do is we're going to pop these guys into the oven at about 350 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes. So while the cake is cooking, we're going to go ahead and make our buttercream frosting. So we're going to start off by adding 1 1/2 cups of butter, and we're just going to mix this up until it is nice and smooth. Then once it's nice and smooth, we're going to add 6 cups of powdered sugar, 1/3 a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. And then we're just going to mix this up until it's thoroughly combined. Once the cakes have been cooked, what we're going to do is we're going to let our cakes cool in the pan for about 10 minutes before we put them onto a wire rack. So once the cakes have cooled a little bit, what we're going to do is we're just going to put them on a wire rack. And once it's separated, I'm going to pull it off. Once your cakes have completely cooled on the wire rack, what we're going to do is we're just going to take them and transfer them onto our icing tray. So we're going to put the first one there. And then we're going to take some of our icing from earlier and then just kind of put some on top. Then we're just going to kind of spread this around so that we get a nice layer of frosting. And once we get a nice coating on that first cake, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set the second cake on top of that. Then we're going to go ahead and put more frosting on top of this and on the sides. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our icing and put it in one bowl, and then we're going to take some of our icing and put it in the other bowl. So what we're going to do here is we're going to dye half of this pink and then half of this blue, and then we're going to use this to ice the cake. So then once you have a nice baby blue and pink color, what we're going to do is we're going to spread this out on saran wrap, and then we're going to roll it up, and that way we can throw this into the piping tube, and then when we squeeze the piping tube, both colors will come out in this at the same time, which will look great. And we're ready to pipe. So then we're just going to go around the cake and then just make whirls. So then we're just going to take some of this leftover icing, pour it back into this bowl, and then we're going to add additional colors just so we can get a black icing. So then to make this icing black, we're just going to add some green, some red, more red, and then some more blue. We're just going to mix this up. And here we have our writing icing. It's more gray than black, but it looks good. All right, so there we have our cake. All right, now that we have family here, nothing left to do but cut into it and reveal what it's going to be. You want to do it? You wanna do it?
Sure, I'll do it.
Oh,
Everybody ready? Ta-da!
You try some more?
okay.
Get the first bite.
Me.
Thanks. That's good.
All right, so, well, there you have it. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see more like it. Until next time, we'll see you later.